It's been a few days since Mark published how Apple is planning multiple events, starting with the one in September, with all new iPhone lineup, AirPods 3 and possibly Apple Watch 7. While iPad mini 6 and iPad 9 have been mentioned as well, it's still unclear. Will they be showcased at the same keynote or not? This will be possible if there is only one more event afterwards. Still, that doesn't change the fact that I'm getting a lot of questions from my viewers. Should they buy an iPad 8 and not as frequently the existing iPad mini, or should they wait? Let's give you the answer and beyond that. Hi friends and welcome to Digital Marketing channel. My name is Marco and this is your dose of Apple news, leaked information, rumors and opinions. Make sure you subscribe, leave a comment below, hit the like button and don't forget to enable all notifications so you don't miss the next video. First and foremost, this video will not be for those who are planning a purchase of the iPad Pro lineup. 11-inch or 12.9-inch professional iPads are truly high-end computers, at least in terms of specs, since there are still some limitations of its software. However, potential buyers of the iPad mini, standard iPad and even iPad Air from 2020, and believe me, there is a potentially good reason for that as well, may have something to consider. With that covered, let's go into a quick summary of what we should or may get with the release of the 6th generation iPad mini and 9th generation iPad. We can expect the new iPad mini is not of vastly different dimensions comparable to its previous iterations, maybe a few millimeters. The biggest upgrade of this 6th generation should be all new edge-to-edge display, around 8.5 inches LCD, which will result a removal of the iconic home button, with the Touch ID now relocated to power button. A familiar scenario first seen with the introduction of the iPad Air 4. New iPad mini, codenamed J310, will allegedly be powered by Apple's newest silicon A15 Bionic chip, paired with 4 gigs of RAM. Other two possible surprises could be mentioned USB-C instead of Lightning, removal of the headphone jack, and inclusion of the smart connector, which will open doors to some new accessories designed specifically for this form factor. Sadly, there is another, statistically less probable but still not impossible version of this product, which comes with 8.3-inch display, a miniature version of 2019 iPad Air design, aka power button is here to stay. Frankly, in this scenario, I would assume A14 Bionic instead of A15 with 4 gigs of RAM would make more sense, as well as retaining the Lightning port and 3.5-inch AJ. Keep in mind though, the A14 can still be a heart of a more modern version. As with the iPad mini 6, the 9th generation iPad predictions have brought similar dilemma. At one end, iPad 9 should inherit visual style of the iPad Air 3 with 10.5-inch laminated display and A12 Bionic likely at its core, all together with 4 gigs of RAM. Other sets of rumors went in different directions, speculating unchanged form factor with well-known 10.2-inch display, maybe laminated and with A13 as an option and hopefully more RAM. In both cases we can see some advantages, however none of us can be certain how accurate this prediction is gonna be. The good thing is we will know soon. Now let's clarify why you should not plan any purchase of the existing iPad models, namely the iPad mini 5, iPad 8 and even iPad Air 4. While there is no reason to explain why newer is usually better, and in the world of computers it also means longer support, there are details that we should be aware of and how all the upcoming iPads could operate comparable to models of its current lineups. The iPad mini 5, for example, though having identical specs but smaller yet better display than previous year's iPad, 2019 edition of mini is at the bottom of this group, and the reason for that is in its pricing, age and the fact that the iPad mini has its own target audience, and typically these aren't buyers of the entry-level iPad. Whichever road Apple takes with the iPad mini 6, A14 or A15 and 4 gigs of memory, in both cases we should see a jump in performance comparable to A12 with 3 gigs of RAM in its 2019 predecessor. This will not be as obvious at first while using basic apps, but applications that require firepower will reveal its age, as well as future system updates that are normally getting demanding as time is passing by, with most probably increasing display size of its successor. One way or another, the iPad mini 5 will become less appealing as a product. Plus, the 5th generation iPad mini is still stuck with Apple Pencil 1. While this year release will end this and bring support for the 2nd gen stylus or even something newer. One more important advantage: Blackbeard hosting. Simple, easy to use website installer, 24/7 customer support, real people, and more, hosted on fast, reliable and secure servers. Check it out. 1 month free trial, no credit card needed. With digital markings code you get 5% off. Blackbeard hosting. Hosting as it should be. Some of you may probably wonder, why would I mix the iPad Air 4 potential user base in this iPad mini 6 cocktail? And that's a good question. I don't believe it will steal lovers of the bigger display, but there may well be those who feel tempted to try out the smaller iPad of similar design. But it also means that more conservative version of iPad mini 6 of Mako Takara goes out of the equation completely. More modern design on iPad mini 6 may finally bring compatibility to some new accessories that are, although in bigger form, already available for 2020 iPad Air. The biggest selling point of the 6th gen iPad mini, comparable to iPad Air 4, may be, if rumors are to be trusted, a 15 Bionic chip, which will give it an edge in terms of performance. This may spark concerns regarding the next iPad mini. What do you think? What will be the price of the iPad mini 6 if it arrives with this year's processor? Please answer below. So, unless you want 2020 iPad Air due to its bigger display, maybe you should wait a little bit. With the iPad 9 it's a little bit easier. Its predecessor has kept its traditional look and feel and provided the best deal for money, which made this model so popular. A home button with a Touch ID, still very powerful A12 processor and 3 gigs of memory, while cutting corners on some less relevant internals. The 9th generation model has been subject of many predictions and guessing, and in both of its variants there shouldn't be such a huge jump in speed and in capabilities. Not to mention Apple Pencil 1 remains. The biggest reason why someone would wait for the new iPad is its anticipated yet still not confirmed laminated display. Other expectations include more RAM, high hopes for better storage configurations, and maybe, just maybe, slightly advanced processor or A13. What appears to be consistent in all the leaks and reports that we are getting is that the price could just remain the same. With this in mind, and possibly arrival of all these new iPads in next month, October being the worst possible scenario, there is absolutely no reason why not to practice patience a little bit before making a call. At least you will make an educated decision, and you may find some of replaced iPads more affordable. I truly hope that this was somehow helpful and informative. None of these iPads, the upcoming nor previous generations, are camera champions, and that's why I didn't mention it. Everything else is a matter of perception and individual needs. Yet, even in that situation, this timing where there shouldn't be more delays, unless you're really in a hurry and you must make a purchase ASAP, I really don't see a reason why not to wait a little bit more and then reward yourself the way you deserve. That's all. Make sure you subscribe, hit the thumbs up and turn on notifications. Don't forget to check the links in the description. Besides some good offers and discounts, you may find a few Apple products and accessories there as well. Thank you so much for watching Digitalna channel. My name is Marco. Talk to you soon. Have an excellent day. Bye.